Hi, everybody. I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. All right. This one is called Oh Well, I Guess I Can't Pay the Light Bill. Yes. Look, this happened a long time ago. I was getting ready to drive down to the uh, the office of my job, and it was located on 22nd and Cermak. And if you anywhere from Illinois or Chicago area, you know what that is. Chinatown. Yes. Yes, this was right on the fringes of Chinatown. So right before you get to Chinatown, this where the office was. And it was 22nd Cermak. So I was getting ready to drive down there to pick up my check, and then they had to fill me in on some things that they were going to implement on the job. So I I jumped into my ride, and it was a 71 Buick Electra. Yes, yes, 71 Buick Electra. And if anyone know what a Buick Electra 225 was, a deuce and a quarter. Yes, a deuce and a quarter. So if anyone know what those cars was, you were driving a tank. Okay, a straight up tank. All right. So I just got ready to go. So I got ready, I jumped in the ride and drove off there. And I got to 22nd and Cermak with no problem. Like it's like this a little curve like that. You have to go around. To get there. But it was okay. So I got there. I took care of everything, and I got my check. And that the only thing I was thinking of on the way home was I got to make sure I paid the light bill. The light bill. So that's the only thing was on my mind, when I was going home. And see, it was a long way, a long way back to the house. So it wasn't that long, but because I stayed in the Chicago area at the time. So I started driving, and I was bumping some house music. You know, that was the thing back then. It was house music we were listening to. So I'm house music.
Gotta have house music.
House music, and I'm cruising on, and I'm on expressway, or the highway, if you want to. It depends on where you're from. You call it expressway or highway or something like that. But in this case, it was the expressway. Okay. So I'm driving, and then all of a sudden, driving the car, so I said, and then my right front tire flew off. And I saw it go past the window. It flew past the window. And and then I was on a bridge, and it was nothing but water down on the side. And my car, no matter where I turned my wheel, it kept skidding to the side like that. So I said, "Oh boy," I said, "Oh, well, this is it for me." I thought I was gonna go over the edge. I thought I was gonna break through the guard rail and go over the edge. Because like I told you, this car was a tank. Okay, so I said, "Oh well, I guess I can't pay the light bill." And boom! But just so happened my tires were turned this way because I was trying to straighten out the tire, but it just was skidding where it wanted to go, and that hit against the curve. Boom! And then I'm sitting there, and the car was still running, and I said, "Oh my goodness! I can't believe I made it through." I supposed to have went through the guardrail and over into the water. I was on an overpass too, but it didn't go over. So I got out the car and I went to the trunk and I had all the parts that I needed because when the tire came off, it shaved off the whole rotor. The rotor that the tire is connected to. It shaved that down flat. So I had to put another one on. And I had some that I went to the junkyard and just got two rotors, two rotors, and I just happened to have them in the trunk. So I got out and started jacking the car up, and then they emergency came up. I don't know how they tell me, or somebody must have called or something, because I didn't call nobody. But they came up and they said, hold on, don't do that, don't get out your car, don't get out your car. I was already out the car, and I said, why? They said, get back in your car, get back in your car. I said, what did I do? And they said, we'll tow you out off of the expressway. So the thing is, they don't want you working on your car on the expressway. So that was cool. So they towed me off and up the ramp and onto a side street. On that side street, that's why I started putting my parts on there. So I put my rotor on, and something was wrong because I couldn't tighten the bolt up or something. But I tightened it up enough to get me home. So I drove home, and I wasn't even shaking up. I wasn't even shaking up. So I drove home and went and paid the light bill, and then everything was okay. But it was crazy though. It was real crazy how I didn't go over the edge. How I didn't break through the guardrail and go flying off into the water. As soon as it would hit the water, that car was so heavy that it would have went straight under. Straight under. There's no way I could have got out. Unless I let the window down and tried to swim out. But yeah, that was a real close call. A very close call. And I don't know, man. I'm just glad it ended like it did. All right. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with your family. Share it with your loved ones. Share it with your friends. And even share it with your enemies. Yes. Vomit. Make sure you subscribe and share. Share this video. All right. Peace.